Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I don't know where you're watching this particular video from, but it's my hope that it's going to find you in good health. I'm actually in Mombasa. I'm fine, and the weather is just too hot. And I've been told by people around here that it has been hot like this for some time now. So let me know where you're watching it from. President Uhuru Kenyatta is serious, and the president is determined to do two things. The first thing is to kick out William Ruto out of the larger Mount Kenya politics. And the question which I've been asking myself, and I know you've also been asking yourself, is whether the president can successfully kick out William Ruto out of Mount Kenya politics. Because the deputy president understands that without Mount Kenya, his bid for the presidency is as good as dead. So we won't allow that. The other fact which we also know is that the deputy president has really entrenched himself in the larger Mount Kenya region and consolidated the region under his party, under his grip. So I'll be waiting to see whether the president will actually succeed in kicking the DP out of Mount Kenya politics. The other thing which the deputy president is keen on is stopping William Samoei Arap Ruto from succeeding him as the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And on this, I think with the help of Raila Odinga, the president might actually actualize that. But the first step for the president is to lock out his deputy out of the larger Mount Kenya politics. And the president has been very strategic. In February, the president held that Sagana 3 meeting. And from Sagana 3 meeting, the president embarked on a journey of consolidating the larger Mount Kenya region. And by the close of yesterday, the Jubilee Party of President Uhuru Kenyatta had actually received many aspirants which most people thought would never happen to Jubilee Party. So the president is keen on blocking his deputy. And yesterday, President Uhuru Kenyatta held a high-level meeting with over 3,000 elders from the Kikuyu community in Statehouse in Nairobi. That meeting by the elders, in my view, is significant because if those elders were to heed to what the president told them, then William Ruto should be worried. And the meeting by those elders were also significant because it came at a time when Moses Kuria had actually invoked the oathing narrative. Let me tell you a story about Moses Kuria. Personally, I've always believed that Moses Kuria is President Uhuru Kenyatta's Trojan horse. So Moses Kuria invoked the oathing narrative, and the president met with over 3,000 elders. Why do you think the president met with these elders? One of the reasons why he met with the elders was that particular oathing. That Moses Kuria, a young guy, is talking of elders. Well, President Uhuru Kenyatta, whose father led that oath, is meeting with the elders and agreeing on supporting that same man you are telling people not to support. So I believe Moses Kuria is actually a Trojan horse. So he does certain things, then President Uhuru comes to clean. So he talked of the oathing. It became a narrative in this country. Then Uhuru met with the elders and that oathing issue. I'll not be surprised when I start seeing elders from the larger Mount Kenya region trying to undo that particular oath. Then yesterday, Moses Kuria also made some very interesting tweet, which I also think is significant. Maybe I should also do a proper analysis. Moses Kuria alleged or stated that as Mount Kenya, they'll do everything possible to stop or block Raila Odinga from succeeding President Uhuru Kenyatta, even if it means forfeiting the running mate equation. Moses Kuria will not determine who becomes William Ruto's running mate. That is the prerogative of the deputy president. And if anything, his only problem is regarding Gachagua. But why was he saying that and attaching the photo of Musalia Mudavadi? The thing is, Moses Kuria, as a Trojan horse, in my view, is also working to get Ruto appoint someone outside Mount Kenya region as his running mate. And once he does that, once Ruto will appoint Musalia Mudavadi, President Uhuru Kenyatta will then come with an excuse why the mountain should not support William Ruto. But just like some of you believe that Moses Kuria is not a Trojan horse, let us leave it at that point. Let us get into the details about the meeting the president held with over 3,000 elders in Statehouse. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now let us get back to business. Why do you think President Uhuru Kenyatta held that meeting with the elders? 5 reasons only. Number 1 is to counter that oathing narrative. You know, Moses Kuria is alleging that President Uhuru Kenyatta cannot undo an oath whose father took in 1969. And that oath was about Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, because Jaramogi Oginga Odinga was not circumcised. Now Uhuru Kenyatta then decided, let me invite the elders. And I'm sure one of the issues the elders raised or they discussed was the issue of the oathing. So an elder, I'm certain somewhere, stood up or raised his hands and asked President Uhuru Kenyatta, what about ile oath we took with your father? How are we going to address it? And another elder stood somewhere and raised his hands. And I'm certain these guys discussed the issue of the oathing, how they are going to address it in funerals, how they are going to address it in the ground. You see, the truth of the matter is that President Uhuru Kenyatta is a very shrewd politician. He hardly makes political mistakes. That's one thing I tell people here. When Uhuru was the president and Raila was the real leader of opposition, Raila Odinga had a hectic time dealing with the President Uhuru Kenyatta. So I'm certain that the issue of the oathing was extensively discussed by these elders and a solution arrived at how they are going to counter that oathing narrative on the ground. I won't be surprised that in each and every funeral, in each and every meeting down there, the elders will start debunking that particular oathing narrative. So that's number 1. Number 2, I think Uhuru Kenyatta is also keen on extending his stay in power. And to extend his stay in power would require him to be still the community leader. Which brings us to the equation. Who will succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta if he retires as the Mount Kenya kingpin? The answer to that question is Uhuru Kenyatta will succeed Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta is still too young. He's going nowhere. You take it or you leave it. Uhuru Kenyatta will not go anywhere. And because he will not go anywhere, he must remain as the leader of the Kikuyu community. And I know as the leader of the Kikuyu community, one thing he told these guys is that we need members of parliament in Jubilee. That's the only way we can take charge of our community interest. So the other thing maybe he told them is that you must be where I am telling you. So Uhuru Kenyatta was actually endorsed to continue serving as the community leader. These elders bestowed that privilege on him in 2012. So you can link 2012, Uhuru Kenyatta was made by the same elders as the Kikuyu elder. As the leader of the Kikuyu community. Again, when his term was coming to an end, the same leaders came and bestowed on him the same privilege of becoming or remaining as the community leader. So Uhuru Kenyatta will be expected, according to what was discussed there, to lead community negotiations. And by Uhuru Kenyatta being appointed as the community leader, it means Mount Kenya, if you want to negotiate with Mount Kenya, who will you go to? You will go straight to President Uhuru Kenyatta. And Uhuru Kenyatta will direct you where? He will direct you to the Azimio movement. And the Azimio movement's presidential candidate is who? Raila Odinga. So that's the second thing which was discussed, making Uhuru Kenyatta the community leader. And by that, Uhuru Kenyatta will be the only person allowed to speak on behalf of the Kikuyu community. Number 3, the third objective of this meeting was actually to strategize on how to stop William Ruto from becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Uhuru Kenyatta explained to these people why they fell out, why William Ruto is not fit, and that these guys should start going outside there to tell their people. So basically, Uhuru Kenyatta is going to sponsor civic education by these elders in the larger Mount Kenya region. And these elders will be going down there just to tell the story of how William Ruto is not fit to become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. How William Ruto is not fit and does not care about the interest of the people of the larger Mount Kenya region. And the thing they are using always is the one man, one vote. I mean, it's normally one man, one vote, one shilling, which William Ruto opposed. So these elders have been tasked with the idea of going down there, convincing people that William Ruto is bad, why he's bad, why Uhuru Kenyatta is not supporting it. And number 4, in my view, is selling Raila Odinga to the larger Mount Kenya region. The main reason why majority of the Kikuyu community are not supporting Raila Odinga is because of that oath, the 1969 oath. Moses Kuria brought it up, Uhuru Kenyatta is addressing. So the only people who knows about this oath are some of these leaders. Now these leaders have now been tasked with the task of going to the ground to sell Raila Amolo Odinga. So basically the strategy was, how do we sell Raila Amolo Odinga in the face of the 1969 oath? The leaders, the elders will definitely deal with that. Because if you've been keenly following the politics of Uhuru Kenyatta, what he has done is he began with the youths and managed to convince several youths who are pro William Ruto to support Raila Odinga. You can now mention several youths. Solomon Korea, you can mention Wahome Tuku, you can mention Councillor Joy, you can mention Susan Nani. There are so many of them, people like Pauline Joroge, you know, several other young people are now fully with President Uhuru Kenyatta. In fact, you remember when Oscar Sudi insulted Pauline Joroge. Why do you think he insulted Pauline Joroge? Because Pauline Joroge had organized over 3,000 youths to a meeting with the President Uhuru Kenyatta, just like these elders also met with the president. So Uhuru had done with the youths. Now his focus is with the elders, and I'm told from here he's going to go to the women. So basically, selling Raila Odinga to the ground. And lastly, I think it's about the 2022 politics. Uhuru Kenyatta would not want a situation where he is embarrassed by the DP. And I'm certain that he personally appealed to these people that they should not allow the DP to embarrass him. And 2022, Uhuru Kenyatta has made his choice known. He's going to vote for Raila Odinga, and he expects his supporters to vote for Raila Odinga. And basically, to confirm to these elders that he has his reason for supporting Raila Odinga, he explained to them how William Samoei Arap Ruto, the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, who was his principal assistant, attempted to remove him before his term in office. According to the president, William Ruto tried to use Raila Odinga to impeach him. So he got wind because Uhuru Kenyatta is the president of the Republic of Kenya. He gets intelligence report. He also says that William Ruto tried to blackmail him. Of course, that's the truth. How do you explain what the deputy president was doing? Blackmailing the president, frustrating, sabotaging all his projects. So he explained to these people and then gave them now the reason why he's not supporting the deputy president. And these people will start going outside there. And they'll start talking about this meeting with the President Uhuru Kenyatta, what the president told them about Ruto. And people will start listening to some of these people. And just like that, the president might succeed. I don't know what to think, but I want to leave you with a simple question. Do you think President Uhuru Kenyatta can actually succeed in kicking out William Ruto out of the Mount Kenya politics? Yes answer or no answer. Until that time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.